Hello, 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 all my machine heads, and welcome back to Meadow Grove Farm Extended. We took a trip back to Farming Simulator 19. I wanted to do a direct comparison to see the difference between the two games since I'm putting videos out for both of them. So how's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fantastic. That one goes out to Russ because he likes it when I do that. And I'm just, we're just here and we're going to do some direct comparisons. We're into the next day. We're into the first day of early summer. So we've made it finally through spring. We can actually come in here and mow our cow pasture if we want today, which we may do, or we may fertilize the other two fields. But the first thing we got to do is get these animals, these girls, fed and watered and taken care of. So why don't I go on over? I've also increased the clock speed to ×2 instead of ×1. So that I can, we can try to get going a little bit more. But my first reaction, direct changes, is the graphics are quite a bit less smooth on 19 than 22. On 22, the trees don't give you that weird, wonky, even though I'm pegged at 60 FPS, it's up in the corner. I don't know if it'll show up on your screen or not. But the trees, especially on this map, are really graphical. The best way that I can describe it. The map also seems a lot darker than 19 or than 22. 22 seems a little more bright, a little bit more robust. So let's go over and then we'll come back and clean these guys out. Get our front loader hooked up, and then we'll get them some feed since we got them some water. So where's our tractors that we put in here? The balloon is a lot closer. In 22, the balloon seems farther away. The only thing that I'm missing right now from 22 is the mods. Everything, the builds, I have to say this too, the build system, the way they designed the buildings and stuff is better in 19. Maybe it's just because I'm used to it and I have to be realistic about that. Or maybe it's just the way it is. But the learning curve we're going to play out cab for a little while. Oops. The learning curve for the building in 22. Get my steering wheel set up there. It's just a lot different. It's like it's hard for me to get used to. I don't know if it's just because from 17 to 19, the building was the same. I do like how they did the fences in 22, for sure. But coming on here, and yes, Russ, we're going to use a bale fork. Actually, you know what? I don't even need that. Yeah, I do. I gotta head down and get another bale of straw to blow in there. Oh, wait, I don't know how much is in there. First, let's leave that on there for now, and we're gonna drop this weight off right here. Because I gotta go hook up my feed. Get them all fed first. Where did I put the... I gotta remember where I put everything again. It's been a couple of days. I'm recording this on Thanksgiving night. And it just seems like we have not been here forever. I probably didn't even need this front loader. 6.8 tons, 51%. Probably not. There's just a lot of changes that happened. They kept a lot of things the same, and I was excited about that, but they also changed a lot. And I think for me, the hard part was... All right, now why did you spawn through the fence? the building part of it, as I said earlier. It's going to take quite a bit of silage. But other than that, I think they've both got their advantages and they both got their disadvantages. Right now, the learning curve for everything, I do like one thing that they did is the animals, you can actually, your cows start creating milk right away, which is more like 17. The pens are quite a bit smaller. The other thing I did not like, I have to point this out to the Giants makers of the game, is I got to drop this front loader off. Then we'll come back. We'll clean out the pen. What was I talking about? Oh, the one thing I don't like is you cannot... Like, the landscaping is much, much, much better in 19. You can level out land if you wanted before you built on it. You can't do that in 22. You cannot do it. It builds it. It builds it according to what it likes. Like, I tried like all 3 maps when it came out, and I tried to build out. You know, I did a. Oh, which I wanted to apologize too, because I had to do a time lapse because we had, you know, people over, and at the last minute, our neighbor decided to come over, so it was like I had to get a video out, so I just did a quick time lapse. I played for like an hour. I actually recorded it on my laptop, which is not good because I'm usually out here. There, now I'll shut this off because I got to go clean out the pen. But yeah, you can't, like, if I wanted to build this pen, this cow pen right here, you see how the ground's all level? Well, if it's unlevel whatsoever, whoever the map maker is, I can come in here with my little terraformer and go and make this all smooth and level, and then I can build on it, and it's nice and flat. Nope, 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 not in 22. It may look flat, but it's like this. You see how it's a little bit raised, and it will terraform the crap out of your building. Then you've got to play around with trying to get your, like, the house that they give you in the game is absolutely, I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Drive through my cow. That's not very realistic. But she is right in the way. So sorry, I was into scooping up muck. The building aspect of it. Now, what they did do is they did good on the graphics. The graphics I like the graphics a lot better on 22. Not gonna lie. Okay, that part of it is absolutely, it's breathtaking, the views and stuff that you get. But the building aspect, now what they did do though is the drag and click. Like, if I want to build fences in 19, you've got to you got to put each post down. Like, you'd have to come in here, put this post down, then, or this piece of fence, then this piece of fence, then this piece of fence. In 22, you can click here and go and make a fence. And it's a lot easier. That part of it they improved on. But when you can't level the ground, it's, I spent, like I said, I got all 3 maps going, and I spent hours and hours and hours trying to learn the building system. And the terraforming is horrible. So I'm assuming they'll probably fix that. I really believe that. I believe that they'll absolutely fix it. But for now. They did work. They did do better on the scales. You see how, like, it's just weird. Oops. They actually got quite a bit of manure in here in one day. I was actually shocked. Then again, I can only hold. The other thing that I don't like what they did in 22 is, I don't know if you guys that are playing it, the different bale sizes is absolutely beyond frustrating. Like, for example, if you pick, they go by the different sizes like they would in real life, okay? They, 1.5 bales, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, or 1.25, 1.5, and 1.8. So, anyway, a 1.5 bale of straw weighs completely different than a 1.5 bale of grass, and it's so frustrating when you're trying to make TMR and you're trying to do that, and all the bale sizes are all weird and wonky. Like in real life, when you're doing bales, okay, and you got one size bale because it goes by size, your machines recognize one size bale. That's it. When you grab a round bale, and you put it into the cow barn, you're not like grabbing two different sizes. It's weird. I do like what they did with the like when you put a bale in, no more of wasting it. Like, it doesn't just disappear. It saves your bale. Like, it chews it down, and then if you don't use it, it sits inside the machine, which is kind of cool. So, like I said, each game has its advantages and each game has its disadvantages. I think they've leaned more towards realism for 22 as far as like the gear shift mod and things like that. This should go back in as grass. Oops. All right. So what I want to do is see if I can raise this up high enough to dump this into the back into the container. And then we'll get them some straw, and we'll be done with that, and we'll head down and probably start mowing the field behind us. Let's see if we can get up high enough for this. I doubt it. Nope. All right, so it's going to have to stay in the bucket for now till tomorrow. We'll dump it in there first. What other things have changed? It's just such a, like, I did like the fact that they've got force feedback on the steering wheel now. So it is a little more realistic as far as that goes. So when you're steering and stuff like that. I think that once mods start hitting, it'll be much better. Like, I think that 19 was set up more to just pick it up and play. And I think 22 is more like you're a real farmer. You got to think about it. Like, for someone like myself, it's pretty easy because I've done it before. But for those of you who haven't played or haven't farmed in real life, you guys don't know, like, realistic speeds, and you don't know realistic gearing and all that stuff. So it's going to be a little learning curve. But a direct comparison of the games, I think 22 has it by far on the graphics. I hope I can blow this in this way. Nope, you got to go the other way, which is fine. I'll just back it in. Not trying to go around again. Graphics for 22. So far, playability, they're both about the same. I would say, like, literally as far as your controllability, your tractors and things like that, it's all ported over. So like it's all the same, pretty much the same button configuration. So it's literally the exact same game as far as controls. The cow pens are weird because you have to put down, when you put a cow pen, if you want manure in 22, you have to put down a manure pit, which is kind of neat, actually. I mean, they have 3 different kinds of cow pens, like their basics. I'm sure the modders are going to have enough of that. They're going to make their own. Like I've always been, I like to build my own farm, but I also like very much when people make farms like Meadow, like this one, where it's already done, and all you really have to worry about is... So the difference I'm going to do now, give me 1 second, everyone. I think we're underneath that enough. I'm going to leave this tractor here because we will be using it tomorrow. All right, so all of our animals now are fed. Let's check. I forgot how to get into it in this one. The animals in the other one are automatic. It's like it just shows. Okay. Why did it only show 2,500 straw? Did I not have enough in there? It might take a few minutes to register too because it's full. Yeah, I got another whole bale in there. Okay, so that'll register in a few minutes. You know, let's, we got water, we got food, we got everything we need. So we can go over and fertilize these 2 fields again, because if you notice, it's gone a growth stage. And it is 67% fertilized. So we can fertilize them again, because one more day, midsummer, we could actually mow this again. But I'm not going to. I want to let it grow until late summer. As you see, our field that we actually planted now is now 33% growth. And what was the other one? I forgot. I think this is 33 as well. 33. Okay, so the next day, so at the end of summer, or midsummer, this will be 67%. Late summer will be 100%. We'll get a good yield off of it at that point. I want to drive or run down here and see what the next growth stage looked like on our wheat. There she is. She's getting longer. That's stage 2. Now, you know, in 19, with seasons, it's there's 7 growth stage. So that's just growth stage 2. So late, it'll be midsummer, another growth stage. It'd be 3. Late summer would be 4. Early fall would be 5, mid-fall 6, and then late fall we'll be getting this. We'll be ready to harvest this. Let's go back to comparing the games. I think 19 has a better feel to it. Then again, this is a map that we've all enjoyed, and I feel right at home on this map. Let's go get our Ford. Grab some fertilizer, and we'll fertilize those 2 fields. Got about 20 minutes. Because now that it's on ×2 speed, I can play for an entire hour in-game. And it's still only 30 minutes. Actually, you know what? Let's get that cow. Let's get that cow pen mowed down first. Then we can fertilize. What am I stuck on? That was weird. I've already found one bug in 22 anyways, by the way. The first bug I found was the vehicle volume. I tried to turn it up for you guys and I couldn't do it. It's so super low. The one thing I do like, though, that they did for almost called it 17, is they you can ted it and make hay right away because seasons is now included. And the texture's better on 22. So like I said, graphics-wise, 22 definitely has a better graphics to it. It's got a better engine. The Unreal Engine is absolutely... It makes this game look sick. It's as far as graphics go. Mods are going to make a big difference, I think. It's a hilly little thing. But I will say one thing to everyone that's purchased 22. Just take some time to get used to the building process. It is absolutely... It was a huge pain in the booty for me to learn how to do it because I'm so used to, just picking up and building. That is the other thing. It doesn't mow down these bushes either. But this is also a mod that I'm using too. I'm using the real mowing mod. So once mods start happening, I think I'm going to start leaning towards 22 more because it's more set up for like that. Come back out. It's more set up for realism with the gears. I've talked about that many, many, many times about the gear mods, that like what gear you go and everything. The building aspect of it I'll have to get used to, and that's fine. See, I knew that was going to happen. My son was monkeying around with 22, and he was just like, "You can mow backwards and stuff?" I said, "You can in real life." He says, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Okay, so if you start up the push lawnmower and you're going forward and you're going under a tree and you're going backwards and you're going forwards and you're going backwards and you're going forwards, do you stop the mower and lift it up or do you just mow?" And he starts laughing and he goes, "You're right." I know I'm right. Dad's not always right. I do like the license plates though. I think they both have games. I have to look at reality, and they both have advantages and disadvantages. I like that you can excuse me. I like how you can go and buy, like you can click the button hay and it'll give you everything for what you need to make hay. I do like how you can make hay right away because, like, even though this is 7 o'clock in the morning, if I came out here, if it was it's early summer, so it's like almost 60 degrees outside right now. So we used to cut, in the morning quite a bit earlier than what you think you can. Like, you think you got to let the dew out. Well, guess what? If you cut it, it's got dew on it and it's wet. That's fine. You come out, you cut it at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. You come out at 11 or 12 and you ted it the first time. And then it flips it over and then it dries in the afternoon sun. But the grass has already started drying because if you think about reality, like if we were late summer, I'd say midsummer, like June or July, all right, and it's 75 degrees outside, the grass is going to cut down and the proteins are going to start breaking down in the grass right away, and it's going to start turning right away. I mean, you don't see it. It still looks green on the ground, but the grass is actually dead. The chloroform starts to disappear rather quickly. So there was many a times that we would cut the grass at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, especially if we had all cutting to do. When you're talking 80 acres of land, we had 2 40-acre grass fields. You're talking 80 acres of grass. You got to start early. It still takes you, better part of 2 days to mow that. Meep. Oh, he just got mowed over. So, like, we would go out, like I said, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'd mow it down. Then we'd go to the second field, and we'd mow it down. And probably around 11 or 12, you could mow, in real life, you could mow probably 100, 150 acres a day. I mean, you got to remember, these mowers are huge. So you can mow quite a bit of it down. You get it all down, then you come out 11:30, 12 o'clock, or the next person would come out and ted it once. And you fluff it all up, and you flip it over, and then it dries for the whole day. Then you come back out the next day in the afternoon, and you mow again, or you ted again. That's the noise it makes, I'm sorry. But you ted again, and it flips it over. So after about 2 days, it starts to dry. Then, if it's still wet after 2 days, then you come out and you ted it for the third time. And it makes, at that point in time, it's hay. A lot of times when you rake it, like if you're windrowing it, or if that's what we used to call raking. So a lot of times you ted it for the second time. You know, you ted it one right after you've mowed it, which flips it over, gets all the dew basically dried. And then the second day, when you ted it again, you could almost windrow it and then let it sit in the windrow and it'll dry. And especially if you've got, I mean, you guys know, you got 2 80, 85 degree days back to back, and grass dries very quickly. This is good. We'll have this mowed, and the next time we can come. But for a while, I'm going to continue both games going, and I'm going to give a direct comparison every time I play it. I do believe the one most important thing is that 22 is more set up for in-cab. It feels like you're in a tunnel. You can't really see. 22 is wide, like you can see a lot better, and it's set up more for playing like realistically in-cab. And we'll let this sit for a little while, and just mow that single. Yeah, they have this one mower in 22 that is like 7.5 meters wide, and you can put it on the front. There we go. We're all mowed. Not going to worry about a tuft of grass. Oh, you know what? Oh, it's closed anyways. I was going to say, you know what? That's open to go in there, but... I don't even know what it's going to be like to like try to do logging and stuff in 22. I haven't even tried. I've got one little baby video, well, 2 out now of 22. One was where I was just walking around checking it out, and one where I did a time lapse, and I really was just kind of playing. So the next one that comes out with the farm build and everything like that, that's going to be the interesting one. Put this away, and we will be wrapped up for another episode. I think this is episode like 37 or 38. All right, everyone. So that's it. We made it to another one, and we will go back and forth and compare, and whichever one we fall in love with, that's the one we're going to play the most of. As well as I'm going to sprinkle in some truck sim videos in between there as well. I hope you guys like them. This is going out directly to Russ, but by the way, that, yes, it makes no sense to run like single boxes of computers with a truck, but I have to do that while I'm doing quick jobs until I buy the L series truck. But just let you know. And let's see. All right, so look out for each other, look out for yourselves, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Please, please, please like and subscribe and share, share, share. And please, please, please enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you are watching this. And have a great and wonderful evening. Since Russ got the last trivia, let's do one quick real trivia. Let's see. Oh, this should be an easy one. We'll get one out of the easy one. This is 1930s. It came out. And the quote is, "Oh, I'm melting. I'm melting." And you guys should be able to get that since it's the holiday time, and those movies come out every single year, so you guys can get it. I did it quick, but we still did a trivia. I'm going to start bringing trivia back for 22. But without further ado, Fury Machine will catch everyone on the flip side.